This topic is identifying supplementary and vertical angles. And before we look at these examples, let's define what supplementary and vertical angles are. So if we have two intersecting lines, we've created four different angles. I'm going to call these angles A, B, C, and D. And if we look at this angle, angle A, I'll highlight that one red, and then we also look at this angle right here, angle B, which will be blue. If we combine those two angles, we get an arc right here that measures 180 degrees. We call those two angles, those two combined angles, supplementary angles. So supplementary means it has a sum of 180 degrees. And if we keep looking at angles right here, this would be angle C, this green angle here, and then add our arc in, we can see that angle C and angle B are also supplementary because they again make a 180 degree arc. And then if we add in angle D, we can see that angle D and angle C are supplementary, but angle D and angle A are also supplementary. So these two make this 180 degrees, these two make this 180 degrees, these two make 180 degrees, these two make 100, and so on. Any two angles that have a sum of 180 degrees, which means they form a straight line, are going to be supplementary. Now we can also define vertical angles with this same picture. Vertical angles are angles that are across from each other, and all they do is share a common vertex. So angle A and angle C are vertical angles. They're across from each other. They share a common vertex. Angle B and angle D are vertical angles that share a common vertex. We can also do a little bit of math and figure out that vertical angles will always be congruent, meaning that they will always have the same angle measure. Because if we add these two angles together and they're equal to 180 degrees, and these two angles are also equal to 180 degrees, and B didn't change, A and C would have to be equal to each other. Let me prove that really quickly to you. So if we take angle A plus angle B, and we know that that is 180 degrees, and we take angle B plus angle C, we also know that that is 180 degrees. This equation must be true. Now if we subtract B from both sides, we're left with A equals C. So our vertical angles are always going to be congruent. Now looking at the problem here for us to do, we're trying to identify two angles that are supplementary and then two angles that are vertical. Supplementary angles are any of these ones that combined equal 180 degrees, like 2 and 4, 1 and 3, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 6 and 8, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and so on. So pick any one of those and you're going to have supplementary angles. I'm going to pick, let's do 6 and 8. And then vertical angles are going to be our ones across from each other that share a common vertex, 2 and 3, 1 and 4, 6 and 7, and 5 and 8. And I think I will pick 1 and 4.